Good evening, everyone. So, after a long time, we all are back here, and I welcome you all in the session of React and Tailwind. So, in the today session, we will be covering basic concept that we have learned so far, and for the further, we will be trying to learn about the React variables, like use state, use effect, and mainly they are named as hooks. So, in the previous sessions, we have learned about why we are using the React. So, we are simply using the React with the because of its component and some good features of reusabilities and many other things. So the main feature of the using the React is the making the virtual DOM. The virtual DOM means it will be make the replica of the original DOM, and after that it will be comparing only those elements that having some dissimilarities from the previous DOM. So it will be re-rendering or changing only those elements. So it will be very fast. After that, we will be also using the Tailwind CSS. Why we are using the Tailwind CSS? Because it giving the very predefined classes, faster design, highly compatible, very simple, and no conflict whenever we are styling a particular thing. Now, in the last class, in the last session, we have tried to make some cards components with the help of the reusability of the React. So I am going to show what we have made. The starting command for the React application with the white is npm run dev. Yeah, that's it. Let us see. This was the thing that we were making in the last session and we successfully made. You are seeing that there are the nine cards. So we can say that we have made the nine particular element for that, but we were wrong, or what we suggested as wrong. We just made a single one element named as card, and after that app.jsx from the app.jsx I just make the nine cards and calling with the different types of attributes. Attributes are simply the values that we pass additional with the tags. Like we are using the image tag. In the image tag, we src, title, and content. Same thing in the card tag. We are passing a particular image. After the image, we are passing a particular title, and after the title, we are passing a particular content in that. So in the component card, we are receiving all this particular thing in the form of the props. We
Pranjal,
can
try to zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom in. Sorry. Zoom in. Yes, yes, it is better now.
yeah, okay. So we were seeing that in the cards, we make a function named as card, and we received a particular thing that's props. Props are nothing, just a variable name. We can use anything, X, Y, G, or ABC, anything. Or we can also destructure particular thing like the object. How we can destructure? Just using like this, and in this particular image and title and content. But in traditionally, we try to receive all this particular thing with the help of the props, and after that we made a three variables: image, title, and content. What it take a particular props dot image. What does prop dot image contain? Prop dot image contains the address of the image that we have passed from here, and after that we have take a particular or. Why we have take the or? If we don't pass a particular image, it will take the by default image that we have stored here. And in the title, it will take the title, otherwise empty, or content, or otherwise empty. And we have tried to give a particular styling here. Now, and this in today's session, we will be try to learn about what are the variables in the React and how the data used to flow in a particular React. So I'm going to start from today's session. So before going towards the today's session, I want to make clear one thing that from the last session to today's session, the Tailwind CSS that we were using, the new version of the Tailwind CSS has been launched. So we cannot use the older version, and the process of installing. and doing the setup of the Tailwind CSS has completely changed. So let us see what is the new way to do the setup of the Tailwind CSS and make our particular application running. So this particular application has been gone. So I will be just removing this particular application. Mm, yeah, that's it. Now, for starting with the white application, I will be just uh, yeah, in the Google I will be just writing the white. It will be one thing. Yeah, white plus React. In the get started, when you will be doing something, scroll down, you will be getting this particular command. npm create white at the rate latest. So we will be coming to our terminal and just pasting this particular command. It is asking what is the name of our project. So I will be writing particular state, and it is asking what we want to use. I want to use the React, and after that I want to use the JavaScript. And what it says to change the directory to states. Now npm I to install all the dependencies that we want in our particular white application. It is installing, and within a 10 to 15 second it will install all the dependencies that we want. Basically, why do we using the particular states in the React? The question is that why we are using states in React. Why can't we use the traditional variables in the React? Why something new called as states come into the play? It's come into the play because React is making the virtual DOM. In the virtual DOM, it is making the particular copy of the real DOM. And whenever it's make the copy of particular thing, it says that I will be doing all the commands. I will be commanding all the things related to the UI. Yeah, give me one. Yeah, sorry for the interrupt. So, so React says that I will be controlling all the UI changes that a particular user want to make. So that we will be using a particular thing named as state. So now for starting npm run. So let us see whether our particular application has started or yes, our application has started. To particular setup the tailwind in that we have to go to Google and write tailwind CSS. Tailwind CSS. After that, getting started. Then get started using white application we are using. Come to terminal and just paste this. I'm stopping the terminal right now. It will be installing the dependencies that we using in our particular white application for the tailwind. So we will be copying this particular line and coming to in this folder cards in white config, and within the import statement I am going to paste this. Now what the next thing it says that I have to write this particular thing, the tailwind CSS and the braces. So simply I will be pasting this. So the work of this particular file has been completed, and after that it says that in the CSS file I have to import this particular library at the rate import tailwind CSS. So we will be using the index.css, just removing all the things and pasting this. Yeah, that's it. So let me start my server again. Let us see that our tailwind CSS has been set up or not. Yeah, it is set up. So now going to towards our today's session. I will be coming to the app.jsx, removing all the things and writing a command RAFCE. It will be making the React arrow functional component in that. Within that, I will be writing the states for checking that particular state has been working or not. And for checking that our tailwind has been working or not, I will be writing BG red 200. Let us see it is working or not. Yes, it is working. So now, let us suppose I am making a paragraph here, and within the paragraph, I want something. What I want, I am just writing the let content. Let content is equal to hello 123. And after that, I am writing the content here. So what will be the output? The output will be the hello 123 within that particular p tag. We were right. And if I write h1 and again writing the content here, it will be again showing this, and it is not taking h1 because we are using the tailwind here to excel like this. Yeah, so that's it. So now, suppose I want to change. I am making a button here, and within a button, I have write what this button do. This button change the content. This button name is change, and on the clicking of this particular button, on click of this particular button, I want to call a function change. I want to call this particular function. So for defining a function, we will be coming in this Dutch writing const what function we are using change name. Yeah, that's it. So what if I write here content is equal to 123 in this particular format. So let us see on doing particular on changing on clicking on this change button whether our content changes or not. You can see here this is not changing. Yeah, you can see this is not changing. So how can I convince you that this particular content is changing? So uh, I can definitely make a log statement here for content before clicking on this particular button, and after that the log statement after clicking this particular button. So let us see. I am just reloading it and going to inspect and within a console. Yeah. Whenever I am going to change, why it is not changing? Yeah. Oh, just because of this. Yeah, you can see it here. Before clicking of this button, the content was hello 123. And after the changing, after the clicking of this particular button, the content changes to 123. But why it is not reflecting in this particular UI? Here, the from here, the React states come into the play. So what does the React says? React says that instead of defining this particular content like this, use this particular kind of use this thing content one TE content comma that content where is a hook named as use state hooks takes two variables, the writable variable and readable variable. Here you can see that this particular content is readable variable, and this particular content set content variable is the writable variable. And whenever this is within a particular array, and after that we will be defining what type of hook it is. It is a use state hook. What does this hook take as a parameter? It take the default value. What default value I want to go give it here? I have give hello 1 2 3. That's it. So what I have to do it here on the changing of this particular. So I will be just removing this particular thing. So yeah, let me show you what value does it hold when I am logging this particular thing. Let us see. What value does it shows? Yeah, it shows hello. Why it is showing the value on changing of this particular thing? Because we have write a particular event listener here. On click change event listener. So for changing the particular value, I have said you that this particular set content variable is the writable variable. So whatever I write the set content, and within here I write 1 2 3. And after that, I have tried to see what happens. Yeah, you can see it here that the content, the variable that we were passing in the h1 tag and within a paragraph tag, the value of this particular value of this particular content is content, and it changes. Let's reload. It changes. So let's try to make a log statement after this. Yeah, that's it. Set content. I have set the particular value of the content to the new value in the set content, this particular thing. So the question arises why these particular kind of use state we are using. We can also use with the help of the document.get element by ID by getting the ID of that. Suppose we have suppose here we have only two position. What if I have several of them? And whenever I am going to change this by the button, it will be changing everywhere where the value or where this particular variable has been using. So in today session, we will be trying to make something card type of thing where we will be having a one button named as plus and one button named as minus. Whenever we will be clicking on a plus button, the counter will be incrementing, and whenever we will clicking on the minus button, the the value that we have chose is decrementing. So why we are trying to make this? Where we are going to use this? You have generally make the orders in the Zomatos and the Swiggy. In the card section, you got the plus button and the minus button. All the things that I am going to do here are same things that they used to do whenever they are making their particular card session. So for that, I am removing all the things. You can see there, all the things are gone. RAFCE. After that, what I want to make it here, I want to make a div, simple div, and within a div, I have a paragraph tag, and after the paragraph, we will be having the two buttons, plus button, minus button. Don't go with the UI this time. UI might be so good or not be so good. We will be focusing on the core functionalities. We are making the use state variable here, naming as the value and the set value. Use state. What initial value I want to give it here? Initial value will be 0. You can see that it is automatically importing this particular use state. So what I am going to put it here, the value. You can see within the UI, I got this. Yeah, we can remove this particular div tag and then this particular div tag like this. The class name BG Steel 400. Let's see. Yeah. It is good. With 50%, with 50%, M10 means margin 10. Yeah, that's it. And after that, the buttons. For the multi-cursor, I will be just trying this class name, BG, red, 400, red and green kind of thing. And after that, P10, then P10, rounded LG, and same thing, rounded LG for making the border as rounded. What I want, M5, and here also M5 for making a particular margin here. And wrapping this particular thing within a div tag. Like, yeah, like this. And after 55 center. Last name, text to Excel, margin from left side 20. You know, margin, let's start adding. Yeah, let it be. So it is not doing anything right now. So let's try to write the course functionality here. We will be making a two function. So we will be trying to make a two function on click of this particular button. On click of this particular button, I want to make a function of increment. And after that, on click of this particular button, decrement. Yeah, decrement, making a two function. It will be incrementing the value, it will be decrementing the value. Increment, we are making the arrow functions here, and same function, I am going to copy it here, named as decrement. Yeah, what it takes, it will be just setting a particular value to value plus one. Set value minus one. Yeah, sorry. I have gone with the JavaScript variables. So I think it should work. It is incrementing the value, it is decrementing the value. And what if the value goes to negative? We don't want that a particular value of the item goes to negative. So just check it here. Within this particular element, I will just removing it. the value greater than 0, only then set value to the value minus 1. So whenever I am going to click in this particular button, it is not decrementing the value. So that's it for the today session. So if anyone has any kind of doubt, so please ask.
That value and set value, please explain. Use set zero
In which line?
in fourth.
In fourth line, I have just make a array which will be containing only two parameters, the value and the set value. The value part is only the readable part, means only we will be reading from this particular value, and the set value it is only the writable part. We will be just writing or changing in this particular value. That's it. And after that, after the equal to sign, we have used the use state, which is showing which type of state variable or the hooks I am going to use. And within that, we have to pass a initial value here.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
We can use the any kind of value, the string, the array, the object, and any kind of value in this particular use state hook. And the usage of this particular hook is very large, because whenever we are going to uh, clicking on one particular button and want to change the UI and the data of the whole website, we are just passing the values from here to there, and we will be just using this particular kind of hook named as use state. That's it.
Okay, okay.